Boom, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Miles. I'm Maki, like Naruto's Maki. The name right, just swipe you heard. So look, I'm gonna give you a quick disclaimer real quick. If y'all hear noise outside my crib, right now they're doing a little drilling and construction work outside my crib. So pardon the noise. I just want to warn y'all from the beginning. You feel me? But look, y'all, today we got a new video. And I see I had like my last video about the crime with the fake USPS. So this one right here is a Sunday school teacher, and it is called, she says she realizes she's going to death row. So supposedly this was a case where a little girl, she went missing, and supposedly she went missing. She ended up getting found in a suitcase. So I don't know too much about the case because I seen it going on my YouTube, and I had like because you know how they don't show you the exact video. They give you like a little picture, and you have people commenting under it, and she was like, oh, she was found in a suitcase. So I was like, you know what, let me go react to this thing, because I'm like, a Sunday school teacher, are you serious? You feel me? So I ain't gonna hold it too much longer. Yeah, know my slogan. Sing along with me. If you don't got it, go get it. Get one to get it. It's good. You hear me? Let's hop straight to this video.
Sunday school teacher reports a robbery. Police begin an investigation that exposes a horrifying...
Yo, also, bro, like, comment, and subscribe, bro. You feel me? Like, a lot of y'all watch the videos, y'all don't subscribe and everything, bro. Get me to 100K. Give me not 100K. Give me to 100 subscribers, y'all. Y'all fuck with y'all boy. Y'all mess with me, bro. Subscribe to your boy. You feel me? And this go a long way for me, because I could keep on putting out these videos, everything else, bro. Fuck with a boy.
secret. As the investigation deepens, it reveals a crime so disturbing, it would scar the city of Tracy forever. This video footage of 8-year-old Sandra Cantu was recorded just minutes before she went missing from the trailer park where she lived with her mother. Sandra was loved by everyone in this community, and she would spend her days running around the park and playing with the other children. The police had no leads as to where the child was, but then they received a call about a suitcase that a passerby had found at the edge of a stream. Inside the suitcase, investigators found Sandra's body. The police had no clue as to who the killer was, but then Sunday school teacher Melissa Huckabee, who lived a few trailers down from Sandra, reported that a suitcase had been stolen out of her vehicle. The police immediately asked her to come in for an interview.
We're only 53 seconds into the video. You telling me she did it? She did it off the rip, off the rip, bro, off the rip. Nobody calls in for a fucking missing suitcase. This bitch did it, but we're gonna see. We gonna see.
I had some photos I want to show you. One of your suitcases was missing or something, or what was it?
Was stolen.
Was stolen?
Yeah.
And it was stolen the same day that Sandra went missing?
Yeah.
Did you report it stolen?
I had called before we even had found out that Sandra was gone. When I got to the church, my grandma called me. Then I asked her where my suitcase was, if she could run outside and check, because it dawned on me that I didn't have it, because after I unloaded everything out of my car. And she went outside and looked, and she was on the phone with me and said it wasn't out there. And then she looked in the house and it wasn't there either. So then I told her, I asked her if she thinks that I should make a report, and she said, yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that's been missing in the park, like things that get stolen.
Like thefts and stuff?
So your grandma gonna tell you want for your mother. Well, she said her mother, her grandma, I don't know. She's gonna tell you to make a police report because your missing suitcase and she has stuff in there. Be so fucking for real. Be so fucking for real, my boy. Come on.
Oh yeah, my grandpa's tools have been, all of his nice tools were just stolen out of his shed. And
your daughter, I guess, was pretty close, right? And you presented your daughter, Madison, was really, really close with Sandra, and we're trying to, talk to as many people as we can to help us out in this investigation, and so we just plain putting it out there, we need your assistance in however way you can help us in figuring this whole thing out and figuring, what happened and that kind of thing. So I want to show you a picture of two different pieces of luggage. One's a black suitcase, and one's like another piece that possibly could go with it or something like that. Okay. So tell me if you recognize either one of these or if they look like yours. Take a look at this one right here.
I have that one.
Okay, that's one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The detective shows Melissa a picture of the exact suitcase Sandra was found in, and she confirms that it does belong to her.
Did you buy it by itself, or did you buy it with other pieces?
I bought each item separately.
Okay.
That one, to be honest with you, I don't remember if I bought that because they were all on clearance.
Mm-hmm. All right. Nobody's found it yet so far?
Nope.
Nobody's told you in the park that they saw it or anything like that?
Mm-mm. I asked a bunch of kids that I knew that were.
Investigators found it strange that she reported a missing suitcase on the same day Sandra went missing, but they had no evidence proving she was involved, so Melissa was allowed to leave. Later that night, the community held a vigil to show support for Sandra. During the event, Melissa approached an officer who was attending and presented him with a note she said she found on the sidewalk. The note claimed that Sandra was put into a suitcase, thrown into the water, and it gave the location of the suitcase. What's interesting is the police had not yet revealed that Sandra's body had been found. This raised a red flag with the detective who had initially interviewed her, so he asked her to come back in for a second interview the next day. Melissa begins by telling the detective that she went to school for criminal justice.
Fullerton College for criminal justice for 2 years.
When was that?
That was when I just got out of high school in 99.
You graduated in 99?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm a little bit older than you. I'm not going to tell you that. You said 99.
Well, you don't look older, so.
Yeah. No. You're not married anymore, right?
No.
So, where's Madison's dad live, your ex-husband?
I think it's Topeka, Kansas. He became violent.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was like, peace out.
Well, it's probably better if, if their relationship wasn't functional, that you guys split up. What were you doing ride-alongs for?
And this is what cops do. Like, they already showed a picture of her in the mugshot, whatever, or not. But this is what cops do. They will talk to you so calmly, so nicely, get you buttered up so you can open up. And now you be telling them your life. Oh yeah, I went to school for criminal justice. Like, bro, nobody cares for that. Like, if you hear his demeanor, bro, like, he suspects you. And you over here telling him all this other stuff that he really don't really care for. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Okay. Like, come on, shorty.
Interested in becoming patrol.
Oh, you becoming a cop?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to do forensics, but I wanted to be a patrol officer first.
What made you give that up?
I was assaulted by an off-duty police officer.
Really?
After spending about 20 minutes making small talk, the detective decides it's time to get down to business. He realizes that Melissa is interested in forensic science, but what he doesn't know is that Melissa used that knowledge to try and hide the horrifying things she did to Sandra. Starting with the suitcase, the detective will continue uncovering shocking evidence that will eventually lead to an even more shocking confession.
I just want to talk to you about the suitcase and what you know about Sandra and that whole thing. So when did you remember that you didn't have your suitcase?
When my grandmother called me from the home to the church.
You said when you came home, or you said you told me that you called somebody about your suitcase.
She said, when did you remember your but in the beginning, she said she was looking for her suitcase when she was at the church, and she called her grandma, like, hey, did you see my suitcase? Bitch already lies. You already fucked up. You already fucked up in the beginning. That saying that, oh, your suitcase was stolen. Red flag there. Then now you're saying your story switched up.
It's missing or something like that, right?
Yeah, I called from the church.
Be careful with that. Who would you call?
I called the police department.
Tell me about how your daughter Madison and Sandra met. Is it through the trailer park?
Yeah.
How long have they been friends? Tell me about their relationship.
They've been friends since we first moved down there. She came by and asked if my daughter could play, and
Sandra came by?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's always walking around the park all the time.
How often does Sandra and your daughter play together?
Pretty much almost every day.
Almost every day?
Yeah.
Did they play together on the 27th, the day that she went missing?
No, she came by right after school had ended. Mm-hmm. She came by and asked if Madison could play. Mm-hmm. And Madison answered the door, and I was going to the restroom. And she just said, "Can you play?" And I yelled out, "No." Mm-hmm. So my daughter said no, and I was coming out, and I saw my daughter.
You hear the little nervous laugh. I yelled, "No." So what?
was a door, and I saw Sandra walking down the steps.
When did you first find out that Sandra was missing? Who told you, and what time was that on that day?
I'm used to having her, like, somebody come over and say, "Is Sandra here?" Or, because they're looking for her, and I think that was around 7 o'clock, a little bit before.
So pretty much right when you got home, someone came looking for her?
Maybe like 20 minutes. I'm so bad with times.
Okay. No, that's understandable. I mean,
Melissa explains that her daughter and Sandra were friends, and they would spend a lot of time together. Eventually, the detective decides it's time to talk about the note that Melissa found.
And then, what did you see?
And then I saw like a little paper on the ground, and I just kicked at it, and it had some like dirt on it, and I saw the word Cantu on the top. Mm-hmm. And so I like picked it up, and I looked at it, and it said Cantu, said suitcase, but I think it was misspelled. This is something, and I ran to the police officer, and I told them that they were at the front entrance. And so I ran to the police.
Okay. You telling me that you're the only one? You seen a paper on the floor. You kicked at it. It has some dirt on it. Then you seen it says Cantu. Then when you read it, it said something about suitcase, and then you ran to the police. So you telling me that the police, not the detectives, not the FBI, none of them, found that note. You did. You the only one who found that note. You kicked at it. It had a little dirt, and you see the word Cantu. What make you pick it up? You see the word Cantu. What does the word Cantu mean? See, this lady already messed herself up. She already gave herself up. Like, you out of all people found that note. You don't think yeah.
And I told them I was
Did you take the note with you, or did you?
No, I left it there.
You just dropped it?
Yeah, because I know, like, fingerprints. Told them that I saw the note, and they were asking what it said, and I was trying to, like, tell them, but I could barely even breathe. And I remember I sat down right where the mailboxes were, and they were waiting for somebody to come to flip it over, and they were trying to calm me down because I was like hyperventilating.
When a murder suspect emphasizes how shocked they were when they learned the victim was dead, it's rarely accidental. In interrogation psychology, this is a deliberate narrative move meant to steer how the detectives perceive them. Melissa wants the detective to know how devastated she was when she found the note, but he isn't buying her lies.
Thank you.
So
you were pretty upset?
Oh, I was hysterical.
Were you crying?
Yes.
You were?
Yes.
All right, and then where did you guys go after that? Who took
my
the note?
house.
Did you keep?
So, you crying because you seen the word Cantu and suitcase. You left the note there. You dropped, left the note there, and then you start crying hysterical. What? You, like they said, manipulation. You trying to act innocent. You trying to steer them away, but buddy, I could tell by his response, he's not buying shit what she's saying at all. Cause I wouldn't. Cause what? I'm not even a cop, and I can see through the lies.
The note, or did
No. They
what
took it.
No.
They got like a evidence bag, and they put it in that.
Did the note say something about a suitcase?
Yeah, it said Cantu, suitcase, water, and then 2 different names.
Was it upsetting you that you found the note, or what was upsetting you?
It was what upset me was the fact that she was gone and it had been so long, and also that note, and just like the thought of something happening to Sandra, it just like really upset me.
When you saw it, was it face down or was it face up?
It was face up.
It was face up?
Mm-hmm.
And you said it's the Cantu part that caught you?
Yeah, when it said Cantu.
What did you think when you saw it?
I thought I just was sick to my stomach.
Lied again. Like I said, she said she saw it was balled up. She said it was balled up, but she said it was kicked. She kicked it, had dirt on it, whatever. Then when she kicked it, and then it said Camp 2 on it. This lady's just a bad liar, bro.
I thought like this was something that the police needed to know because maybe that was where she was. Then afterwards, I'm like, why would somebody write a note? Is it somebody that saw my suitcase being stolen? But why would they not say something? What would they have to hide? So, I mean, that was like afterwards. But, I mean, when I got down to the part where it said in stolen.
When she's seen this, like, he don't believe you, girl. Like, just shut up. He don't believe you at all. You just shut up. Just shut up. That's it.
Suitcase.
Did you find that kind of weird that your suitcase was stolen the day before?
Yeah.
And that note was talking about a stolen suitcase?
Yes.
And did that trip you out, or what were you?
Yeah.
What was your thought?
That it really tripped me out because it's like that's kind of a weird coincidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too when I read it. When it was first shut me
So weird.
And then the fact that I find it, of course,
Yes,
that
you
was
found
like
it.
kind of
You
bizarre
found
to
it.
me as well.
Like she said, the fact that I found it. Yes, you found it. Nobody else. No, not the detectives. They didn't find no other evidence. But you found it. Okay.
I said, well, my suitcase is waterproof, so I hope that she's okay, and I hope they go and try and find her. And
Who wrote this note?
I have no idea.
Who do you think wrote this note? I mean, if you had to speculate.
Now they ask you, who you think wrote this note? If you really had to speculate, who you think? Because evidently that note, they know who wrote it. They trying to ask you, who you think wrote it? And you go, I don't know. I'll be like, why the fuck you asking me, bro? I don't know who wrote that damn note. I obviously I don't know. That's why I came here to give you whatever. I don't know. He keep on asking you. You should be like, damn, he think I'm guilty. Damn, they must caught on. It's over with for you, bro.
Your estimate, or
Looks like a kid wrote it.
Why do you think a kid wrote it?
Well, because it's misspelled and the penmanship.
Bro,
and then we just had the.
As a fucking, they will always try to put a kid spelling or some type of fucked up spelling or type of way so they won't get traced back to their handwriting. You think a kid will write a note? I get it because some adults have bad penmanship or whatever, whatnot. But you think a kid would write a note? Come on. That's the oldest trick in the book. That's when a little kid say that. And they wrote the note.
Visual. Looking back, maybe somebody at the visual maybe knows.
That's like a teacher, right? You do your homework, right? But you're not doing your homework. Somebody else did your homework. Your mom or your sister did your homework, right? Your teacher gets your homework. And they say, who wrote this? And you say, you wrote it? I'm like, no, you didn't write this. Because I know your handwriting. Let me match this up for you. Let me show you why you didn't write this. Or even if you write something else for a student, right? And teacher pulls it and be like, who wrote this note? Who wrote this homework right here? And you say, that's that person. Their name on it. No. Tell me, because you don't think somebody else wrote this? And he'll be like, no, I don't know. That's that person's homework. He'll be like, you wrote this. He'll be like, how can you figure? Match it up. This letter matches this letter from your handwriting. You think a kid? All right, let me just go ahead.
Something, or maybe the person that did it maybe had a guilty conscience or something.
Select your starting aptitude for reincarnation. Appearance. Perks? Bah, useless.
Hours before Melissa's second interview, the police department would have a press conference where they would make it known that Sandra's body had been found. The detective shows Melissa a picture of the suitcase Sandra was found in to confirm it was her suitcase.
Do you find it ironic that you found it and your suitcase was gone? Was that just kind of trippy to you?
Yeah, that was very trippy to me.
And you've never found your suitcase to this point?
Mm-mm.
Have you ever seen a picture of the suitcase that Sandra's found it?
Have I seen a picture of it? Just like the aerial view and like an up close one on my phone that my mom had sent me.
I'm showing you. This is the suitcase.
That's the suitcase that you guys found?
Mm-hmm.
That looks like my suitcase.
And this is that little pond or irrigation area. That's the side of the, like, I don't know, bank or dirt that she has found it.
Makes me nauseous. A picture makes me sick to know that she's in there.
You know, help me understand
you the one who
how
did it.
Sandra Cantu ends up in your suitcase.
Well, my thinking is that somebody stole my suitcase and used that to. Well, my thinking is to know that she's in there.
You know, help me understand how Sandra Cantu ends up in your suitcase.
Her last name's Cantu.
Well, my thinking
I wasn't probably paying
is that somebody stole my suitcase and used that to put her in, obviously, to hide her in. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if she was, which I hate to even think about her even being or assaulted or anything like that, beaten, or, I mean, just the thought of her being in the water, if she drowned or if she was dead when she was put in the suitcase. All those thoughts run through my head, and that makes me sick.
Most of what Melissa says is meant to manipulate the detective. She mentions that she hopes Sandra wasn't violated. The reason for this is she wants to make sure the investigators check the body for any signs of assault. The police found a rolling pin at the church that was covered in Sandra's DNA. An autopsy was done on Sandra's body, and it came back that she had been assaulted. It appeared that Melissa had used the rolling pin to try to make it look like a male had abducted her.
Why would someone take Sandra? Why?
You use a rolling pin and you left the rolling pin at the church and he found the rolling pin to match the. Then you try to say, and then they try to make it like a man did it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This lady is sick. This lady's sick.
I mean, you have a little girl. Your little girl's 5.5. I got three boys, younger than yours and a 6-year-old. But why would someone take a little kid?
Disgusting things.
Disgusting like what? Tell me.
Like, do them, or
why?
Because they're sick perverts.
Do you think Sandra was assaulted in a sexual manner?
I would say yeah, because the only reason why I would say that would be because why else would somebody take a little girl?
That's what I've been asking myself for 2 weeks.
Why else? Why would they take an innocent? I mean, you saw.
Why would they just take a 20-year-old and assault them and put them in a suitcase? Why would they take and then why would they use your suitcase? Or if it is your suitcase, I mean, it looks like your suitcase, and
right.
You know, why would they take your suitcase to do it, and why Sandra? Why not? You know, why not these other girls at the park?
I think it was just an opportunity of convenience to me. I mean, my personal opinion.
The other thing the autopsy revealed was that Sandra had been drugged prior to being killed. What investigators found interesting is that Melissa is prescribed the same medication that was found in Sandra's body.
Hypothetically, what would happen if she took one of your Xanaxes?
She would be...
Just for being stupid, give that bitch the death penalty. Just give her the needle. Just give her the needle. Cause you just gave yourself on the platter. You said, he asked why you think somebody would take her. You said, I don't know, maybe it was just a convenient thing for them. Okay. They found drugs in her body that's the same drug you take and the same milligram, you feel me, you use. They found a rolling pin at the church that you work at with her DNA on it. Just get this bitch the death penalty, bro. Just give her the needle, and we could just go about the day and just cause She's the most sick, dumbest individual ever. What is the reasoning for? Why did you do it for? What is the purpose? What did you get out of it? Then you end up calling what you felt. Now you felt guilty now, or you found out they was onto you. So he's like, damn, let me just try to steer them. You and you not understanding how he asking you these questions. Why? Okay, and so why would they do this? Why? Like, do you not
asleep.
Just knocks you out.
Yeah, my dosage is 2 milligrams.
What do you think that'd do to a little kid if they took it by accident, like they picked it up off the floor or something like that?
It'd be very dangerous.
Really?
Very dangerous. That dosage, yeah. They would be falling all over the place.
Really?
Oh, definitely. I've always worried about Sandra actually, when she was a baby. They would let her walk around by herself. And she actually
so that right there.
came over and was talking to my grandpa when she was little. She was probably like 4. And said,
For who?
Sandra, when she was about 4 years old.
How'd you find that out?
My grandparents
He told you about that? But you weren't living there then, right?
No.
They just told you about that?
Yeah, that she was always wandering around when she was like 4 years old. And,
In the park?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yep.
I have my, you want to hear my theory?
So I guess right there, you just like, all right, bet. You know, this little girl's always wander around the park. I could have a good opportunity to do whatever. Is it why though? Why do you want to take her? Do you want to show her parents, oh, you shouldn't be leaving your kids by themselves all the time, or they should be having a guardian around them? Because for sure, yeah. Like at the same time, yes. But it's like, why did you do this for?
Sure.
I think the person, whoever it is, knew Sandra, like what we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Sandra was available, meaning she's here, there, everywhere in that park. She loves that park. She has friends, and I think her mom thought that she was out playing. I don't think her mom was sure where she was playing, and I think someone who knew her and had to know her pretty well, because everybody I talked to at that park, and I've talked to everybody, told me that Sandra wouldn't leave that park. And you told me that the other day. You said she would not leave that park, right?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only a few people that she'd ever leave the park. Her mom said there's only a few people that she'd leave the park with. She said she'll go with you to the park. She'll leave with you because, you know, her and your daughter are best friends.
Mm-hmm.
She was comfortable with going to other people's houses. But as far as for leaving the park, she said, you know, besides Madison's mom, you know, who she plays with all the time, like you said, there's really no one besides her family, her aunt and uncles and stuff, that she'd leave the park with, nor her mom would allow them to leave the park with.
Right.
But she left that park, and that's why we couldn't find her. She left that park.
The detective begins to imply that Melissa is a suspect. Up to now, Melissa's body language appears to be very comfortable, but as she realizes she's becoming a suspect, her body becomes more defensive.
You know, couldn't figure out how she just, I mean, people don't disappear, you know what I'm saying? People do not disappear. So I had to figure, okay, she saw somebody she knows, she got in their car, and
That's, you gotta fix
she just
herself.
took off.
Look,
That's what I
see?
think happened, is someone who she knew took her out of the park. About the time she's last seen in the park,
When the
or
person
in the mobile home.
when a person when they first saying comfortable and they just, you know, just yeah. Mm-hmm. And now you see how this is when she put her leg across, folded her arms. Now that's a defense mechanism right there. Now it's like, okay. Because that's like a man when he right. How? Sometimes that right is that to us is for us that's not really a defense mechanism. Like we just waiting for you to say some dumb shit. For us, a defense, I can't really tell y'all because I don't. Some females already know, but I ain't gonna put y'all in the game about us. But for y'all females, I'd read y'all body language for real.
Part is about the time that you leave. Here's my theory on the note, is what we talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever wrote this note wanted us, the police, to find her because they gave us a clue. They would give us a clue. It was there for a reason, the note was. And there's a reason why you found it. And there's a reason why you gave it to us. because you wanted to help us find her. And we appreciate that, and that's why I've been talking to you about your suitcase. But there's a reason that only you're the one that found it.
Yeah, I don't know why there would be a reason why I would be the one to find it.
Well, I'm asking you, why do you think you're the only one that found this note? And then that same day you came back after you found it, picked it up and looked at it, and then came back real quick, and it was still there, even though it was kind of waiting to blow away. But do you find it ironic that you found that note? Nobody else found it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do. To be honest, I do feel that.
And you find it ironic that it talked about a stolen suitcase, and your suitcase was stolen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I've thought about it.
Gotcha, dumbass. Like, what the you could have got away with it if you never called. If you never called saying anything about your suitcase, whatever and whatnot, you feel never called. But I'm gonna shut up.
That too. I mean,
What have you thought about?
That's ironic.
Mm-hmm. What do you think it tells me in your studies of forensics or criminology or whatever you've done? What do you think my first thought is?
Do you think that maybe somebody knew that it was my suitcase because that's where I live, and then maybe put the note where I was? No?
No.
Okay. That's what I thought you were. Well, I don't know.
Wow.
I think you're our witness. I
You think I'm the witness?
Yeah, I think you're the person
You
that
think
can
I'm
help
the
us
Yes, bitch.
If I wish.
answer these questions of who knows about who put Sandra in this stolen suitcase, your suitcase, and threw it in the water at this location. I need you to tell me where this note came from.
I honestly don't know where it came from.
See, I believe you do know where the note came from. No one else could have found this note. No one knew the note was going to be there.
No
And
one.
if I knew who wrote that note, or if I knew anything, like I've been talking to you guys.
When the police searched Melissa's home, they found a spiral notebook with pages torn out. They took the note Melissa found and compared it to her notebook, and not only was the paper an exact match, the police also found indentation of a couple letters in her notebook that matched the letters written in the note. The detective will now present Melissa with his evidence.
One of the
Aren't you a Sunday school fucking teacher? Huh? Huh? You can't, aren't you a fucking, are you a mom? You a mother. Melissa. Hey, Melissa, you are a mother. You left the notebook in your crib. You never, when you was little, when you write hard on the paper, it seeps through to the other side of the note, of the other paper, because you writing hard, it's gonna be you rip the page out of the book. It's the same book you got in your crib with pages ripped out on the joint. And you left the. Hey, Melissa, you're dumb. Like, dumb.
I looked at that spiral notebook that we took. And there's a couple interesting things, not much, but a couple interesting things we found. One of the things that we found that I was interested in on your spiral notebook was that it looked like it was the same paper size. So I took your spiral notebook, you see this ruler here? We took your spiral notebook and we measured it, top to bottom, almost 7 inches. We put it up next to your spiral notebook and thought, okay, let's see if this note or this paper fits into your spiral notebook. Exact same size. I took this piece of paper and I went through the spiral notebook, and I took this piece of paper, and as I was going through your notebook, I was flipping through it, and I saw this one page. If I write really hard, can you see that T under it?
Of course.
Okay. I found this, but I found an N that wasn't written on it. And I took the paper and I put it on it, and it covered up the N. Exact same design. I'm not kidding you. I'm being dead serious.
He being dead ass.
I have no clue how. You've got to be joking around with
I'm
me.
not joking. I'm asking. That's why I went out there to get the picture to show you. I'm not joking around. I swear to you.
Well,
Listen, I'm not kidding. I saw that and I go, oh my God. And I said, this came out of the notebook out of Melissa's house. Because we saw that N and we thought that was weird, because these N's are pretty distinctive. When you look at this note, every N, it's not different people that wrote this note. So let's measure the notebook. We measure the notebook. Let's measure the paper. Same kind of paper. It's spiral. We look at it, and then we take the paper, just like I think you would do. You put it over the notebook, and it covers up the exact same pattern as the N.
Then that means that was the notebook that was written in.
Well, I can tell you why I think you wrote the note.
You did it.
You told me why, but I didn't write the note. I'm telling you, I did not write the note. But I've given Sandra and Miranda both one of those notebooks. Mm-hmm. So I'm not the only person who has one of those notebooks. Mm-hmm. But you said that you found that notebook in my house
with the letter N indented that covers the letter N from the word throne on the exact same location of the paper, and this paper would fit right back in there, right above where the letter N is indented, and it would cover that up. It wouldn't be sitting in between these two words or anything like that. Same exact design, pattern, everything of that letter.
I don't know what to say as far as that goes, except that it's not. I didn't write that note.
The detective presents Melissa with a blown-up picture of a sticky note that they found in her car. Written on the sticky note was the location of Sandra's body. When she realizes they found the sticky note, Melissa claims that after she found the note that talked about where Sandra was, she wrote the location down on the sticky note and went to go look for Sandra.
I don't know why I didn't tell you that.
Well, let's talk about it. Why?
Well, because it's incriminating to me.
Possibly.
Now this bitch want to start crying.
The
now
suitcase
she want to start crying.
is mine. Mm-hmm. And I don't want people to think that I did this to her because I didn't.
Because you did. You did.
I knew those names on that piece of paper. I remembered them. And I went on the computer and I looked up street names. I went on a map and I looked on a map and I saw that those were two names. And then I saw that the cross street was that, and I wrote it down on that notepad. So that's the only thing I swear that I've lied about. I'm sorry.
And so you went there after you found that note. Why did you go there?
To find her.
Why did you want to find her? Why?
Because she's missing.
What did you do when you got there?
I just saw the two cross streets. And I went down that road. And I didn't see anything, any water anywhere. But I didn't see anything else.
Do you see anything that's the same in this note and that note? I see three letters that look the same. The W, look at this W, and look at this W, and look at the water. I think the person that wrote this note didn't want.
Look at that. You see how what I said in the beginning, and I didn't even fucking know that it was gonna happen. Look at that. Look at that. She is so. You're supposed to be you're supposed to be a Sunday school teacher and a mother, and you don't know this, huh? Look at how what I said, and I'm not even a fucking cop or anything, bro. I just know. It's simple knowledge, because I had to do it my damn self, and I had to get in trouble for this shit.
Us to figure out who wrote the note, and they tried to change their handwriting.
But I did not write that note. I did write.
And the last thing I want to do is accuse someone of doing something wrong or, sick or whatever that didn't do it.
Accuse the bitch because she
I
did
spent the
it.
last pretty much 2 weeks of my life trying to figure this out. And I finally figured it out. But it took a lot of evidence for us to figure it out.
It didn't take that much evidence, bro.
To tell you the truth, right now, I think I want a lawyer.
Let me see your purse real quick. You can stand up.
Are you arresting me?
Yep.
You arrested me? Yes. Yes.
Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for murder and kidnapping.
What?
Exactly. What you think? You took a girl, you killed her.
Okay.
I didn't do anything.
All right.
New fighters arrive in Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Play now.
Why did people tell me Roblox is for kids? There was so much to explore and discover. I don't know why I haven't played it before.
Melissa was arrested and put into a holding cell, but a few minutes later, she asked to speak with the detective again. Unfortunately, the first part of her second interview is audio only.
You said you had a video and you were going to show me before I told you I wanted a lawyer. I want you to show me or prove to me that I did it because I didn't do it. It was an accident.
I told you it was an accident. I know it was.
What was the
Accidents happen.
Kill her. She just died.
I know it was an accident, and that's all I want to know. Why is it an accident? Tell me.
Sandra was walking down the road.
Who?
Sandra.
Okay.
And I saw her. Sandra was walking and she saw me. She came up to the car and I didn't know that she was there until I turned around.
Mm-hmm.
And she saw my suitcase, and my suitcase was inside of my car on the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
And like I told you before, she likes to hide and play hide and go seek.
Mm-hmm.
She hid inside of there and I didn't know. And I had to go get my keys and my cell phone in the house because I couldn't find them. And then when I came out 15 minutes later, she wasn't there. She wasn't outside.
Where was she?
I didn't know. And then so I drove to the church. Then I got out of my car and I took all my stuff out of the trunk. And I went in the church. I was there. And then when I came outside, I looked at my suitcase. And I went to take it out and it was heavy. And she was in there. And she wasn't breathing or anything.
What did she look like?
She looked pale. I heard voices.
Mm-hmm.
And they told me
What did your voices tell you?
that I killed her. I couldn't live with myself if I killed her.
Sandra didn't climb into that suitcase by herself and zip it up.
She did.
No, she didn't. She didn't get in there by herself.
I know.
Tell me how she got in there.
She got in there by herself and then she told me to zip it up because she was going to scare Madison and Miranda. But when I went into the house, it was like a half an hour. I forgot about her. I just thought that the girls would come out and that I was going to tell them to open the suitcase up and she was going to jump out and scare them. I didn't know she could.
But didn't they find drugs on her body? They found the same drugs you take. Now she was supposed to scare your daughters. Just shut this bitch up, please.
Breathe in there. I swear. Nobody did her.
You know what happens when we get people, right? When they're dead, we go take them to
an
the
autopsy, of course.
And what do you think we're going to do with the little girl who's found in a suitcase?
Check for that.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why I said that before was to steer you away. But I'm telling you the God's honest truth that she was not.
She was too. We got her evidence back, but she wasn't by a guy.
No, that's just sick. I didn't, sir. I swear. The only thing I never told you was that I had gotten the cup of water and put a whole bunch of my pills in it.
Mm-hmm.
And tried to make them dissolve.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took a drink and I spit it because it was disgusting tasting.
Where'd you spit it at?
It landed on her.
Landed on her?
Yeah.
Where at?
I don't know, like inside the suitcase.
Inside the suitcase while she was in there?
Like on the bottom part, like by where her feet were.
Melissa tries to explain how her medication was found in Sandra's system, but, like everything else she is saying, it's obviously a lie. Now that they have her confession, they have to show that she intentionally murdered Sandra.
You telling me you spit out your water that had your drugs in it, and you said it landed on her while she was in the suitcase by her feet. How does that work? How does that work? This bitch is retarded, bro.
They already have evidence showing Melissa drugged her, but they also found an article she saved on her computer about a similar case.
We found an article on one of the computers, I'm not sure which one, but it was about a 4-year-old girl that was abducted by her grandfather and put in a suitcase in Israel. And she was found in a body of water 2 weeks later.
That's weird. Because I did that. You could ask my grandma.
Who would have researched
Fuck your
that?
grandma gotta do anything.
I told you,
Fuck that
nothing's
lady.
gonna change the outcome now. I'm just searching for some answers. I can get you the article. We printed it out, but it was kind of weird. It was kind of similar to this case.
Everything I did is
And you
right
look-
now
and you
is
look
what I
it
told
up.
you.
I got a hard time believing that Sandra wouldn't try to fight her way out of that suitcase when she was in there in the back of your car. You forgot?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. One thing I want you to know is I did not hurt.
How do you feel now? Worse or better?
Worse.
Worse? Did you feel like it was something that you had to get off your chest?
Yeah.
So how'd you get her to get in the suitcase?
She wanted to get in there, and she told me that she wanted to hide in there and scare the girls, and because I told her that Miranda was in the house.
But you were getting ready to leave to go to the church. You said you're in a hurry, so why would you let her get in the suitcase?
Right.
Just because she was going to scare the girls.
Did you go back in the house and get the girls?
She lied.
After she got in the suitcase?
She lied.
I was going to. And when I went there, I was looking for my car keys.
And you couldn't find them?
Uh-uh.
Did you really not find your car keys, or did you purposely leave those keys there with your purse or your
Cell phone? No, I really couldn't find my car keys or my cell phone. My cell phone's always like attached to me. It's like glued to me. I never leave anywhere without it.
Why didn't you just call 911?
I was panicked. I don't know why.
Did you not want Sandra to be alive?
No, I wanted her to be alive, but I knew she was dead. Like, God, I'm a freaking psychopath.
I need gas money, but I don't get paid until next week. What should I do?
You gotta check out the Earn app. You can get.
What if I told you someone saw you leave the complex on video with her sitting in the car?
I would say that that's not true.
What if I could go get him for you right now?
I would say bring it on, because I know for a fact that she was not in the front or in the back seat of my car.
Where was she when you drove down?
She was in the suitcase.
Who assaulted her?
I don't know.
Someone did. I'm not making this up. I'm not trying to make this any worse than it is.
Oh, I know.
Someone assaulted her. If it wasn't you, it was someone else. The problem is you're probably going to get stuck with it at trial.
I hope not, because I didn't do it. I have no reason
But
to.
you did everything else by yourself. No one was at the church.
I know.
Maybe you, for a minute, because the world was spinning, and it would have been for me too, they thought, you know what, if I can pin this on a guy, I'm not going to be responsible for this. Did you expect to get caught at some point?
I was expecting to turn myself in.
Did you realize it was close?
Yeah, I knew when the police on the news, when they said that they were going to make an arrest, I was waiting at the house.
Look at that.
You understand what's gonna happen?
What I said?
You're going to have to go to jail. You understand that?
I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah.
In the end, Melissa was charged with kidnapping, first-degree murder, and assault. Realizing that she was about to get the death penalty, Melissa accepted a plea deal where prosecution would drop the assault charge in exchange for her guilty plea. Melissa was sentenced to the rest of her life in prison. As for the reason why she did it, only Melissa knows. There are many theories, the main one being Melissa was an attention seeker, and she loved to be at the center of any drama. Melissa may have killed Sandra to create a situation where she would receive attention. Another theory is Melissa saw how loved Sandra was by the community, and it made her jealous. I'd love to hear what you think her motive was, so please share.
Nigga, man, that lady was just sick, bro. She either wanted the kid to. I don't know, bro, because what makes a Sunday school teacher do some shit like that? And don't get me wrong, you know, you got the pastors, they be on the little freak diggy shit, whatever, whatnot. But you feel me? But besides that, why would you do something to a little girl, bro? Like, y'all watch y'all kids and don't let y'all kids be unattended. Always keep an eye on them, even if they, Mom, why you always watching me? For a reason why I'm always watching you. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, well, this junk. But it's always a reason why I'm watching you. Feel me? But just keep an eye on y'all kids, because you got sick people in this world that'll do anything to anybody, bro. And it's sad that we had that. And it's evil. It's real evil. So just watch our kids, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Just watch our kids. This video is crazy. But I'm gonna holler at y'all next one. Y'all have a good one. Like, comment, and subscribe.